So here we are with the second step of the windows. You can see that in the previous video we showed how to paint the base color and fade this Venetian red with the glaze. And now I have a 1-inch black paint marker. And to get more paint, it's just pretty intuitive. You just press down. And I always like to make sure that I've got plenty of paint flowing. This paint marker itself is getting a little low, but we do have refills. Okay, there we go. So I can tell I've got plenty of paint flowing. Now, we've used this marker a lot, so the nib, you can see, has worn down. That nib should be about a ½ an inch higher, but that's okay. It's still plenty enough for us to use. Now, as I said before, we can see the ghost lines of this rectangle just enough to where I can use my paint marker. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball it. Now, I will like to do all my verticals and then all my horizontals. You have to trust your eye and trust your hand. You can see I have a hand here to steady. Sometimes I'll put my fingers out if I can to steady the tool onto the surface. There are pieces of wood, cross members here, these toggles behind the fabric, so it'll be really soft, and then you'll have this hard part. So you kind of have to get used to that. And then now I'm just going to stroke one horizontal. I'm going to pick that back up. Try to do as few strokes as possible. You can see I went up just a little bit there, so I can come back and tweak that out. But my point is you don't want to be overly fussy. So I'm kind of looking for the bottom line here. It's a little difficult to see. I can see there it is right there. So there's my window. And that's the window shapes. Don't be overly fussy with exact 90-degree angles and plumb verticals and level horizontals. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as you're not, like your lines are super wiggly or jogged around, it's going to be okay. And so obviously what this does now is it creates the shape for someone to come in and start with black paint and a brush, filling in all the negative spots. So this is really the second and most important step in order to finish the building. After this, we'll show you how to fill in the negative spaces. Thanks so much.